Hi, I'm Loretta. Welcome. Let's begin with our breath. Let's take a deep breath and bring it all in and let it all out. And just notice how deep your breath actually is. No judgment, none at all. Just notice. Take a couple more and just see where you're at. We're going to gauge from the beginning and look at how our breath is. And now let's take a sippy 3-part breath. And let's take a few of these where you fill up your belly. Let's take one more of these. And now take one long, deep inhale with an exhale. And notice, is your breathing deeper? Just notice, it doesn't have to be, but if it is, that's great. And let's take one more deep breath, and as we exhale, let's exhale to the sound of Om. So inhale. Hi, let's start with our arms. Up and down, and up and down. Up and down. Take a couple more of these. One more, last one. And now bring your hands down and up. And let's take 5 of these. This is 2. Take your breath with you if you can. Inhale. Exhale. One more of these. And come on back down. And let's say out and in. Out and in. 2 more. Come on, last one. Okay, now bring your arms out, straight out, and let's circle them. All right, now stop and go in the opposite direction. And stop. Bring your arms up, bring your fingertips to your shoulder blades with your elbows straight out. And then let's circle our elbows. This works both the shoulder blades and the arms, so this is a great one. Stop, and let's go the opposite direction. I like it. And stop, and you can bring your hands down. And now let's take our hands just one more time. Bring them up, bring them down, up and down. Let them swing. Let them get a natural joint opener here. A couple more of these. And let your hands come down and gently, gently come into a Tadasana, which is the mountain pose. Sit up straight on the edge of your chair. Your feet are hips width apart. Your hands are extended. Your chin is up just a little, but your heart is the highest thing in the room. Tadasana. Solid, strength, foundational, ever. It's forever. Mountains are forever, ever changing too, every day. So our mountain pose gives us that stability. And come on back in. And let's take our shoulders up and down, up and down. Oh, one more on our shoulders, up and down. And then let's take them to the front and to the back. to the front, to the back. 2 more. Last one. Now let's roll our shoulders. Whichever direction you pick, we're going to turn around and go the opposite direction in just a minute. So get those really great rolls in. Oh, I love these. Now turn around and go the other way. One more of these. And then we can come to the center and let's take our head. Let's take a few of our infinity circles. Make sure our head feels good. Mine is feeling pretty good today. And then come back to the center. Take your head, no. Shake your head, no, 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 no. Like a 2-year-old. No, 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 no. Feels good. Then nod your head, yes. This is what a 2-year-old would do too. Yes, 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 yes. Come back to center. That felt good. Okay, now I'm going to show you something that it's silly, but I want us to take this thing. I'd like us to just kind of move our shoulders and move our head, do a bobblehead kind of thing, like you're a bobblehead. I was driving down the street today and I was thinking of people who'd make good bobblehead models. And I thought, what a great movement. And so here we are with just our head bobbling away, coming back. And for me, I felt that in my shoulders and my head and my neck, and it created energy and made me happy. So let's take one more thing. Let's thread the needle and then we'll be done with our shoulders. So let's take our left hand, our right arm is on our knee. Bring our left hand down and under and drop your shoulder and your ear to your knee as close as you can get. Then bring your arm back and snake it up and bring it forward. And lengthen your right arm while you're resting your left. Then bring it back. Come on up. Raise that arm up. And then come on back under your right side with your left arm, lowering it down. You know what? I just did the same side. I'm sorry. I left this up. Come on down this way. Come on down all the way. Just do the other side. Bring your ear down to your shoulder down to your knee as close as you can get. Start snaking that arm up, your other arm, and reaching. Reach with your left arm. Relax with your right shoulder. Come on back down. Bring it up and bring it out. Okay, now that's enough shoulder stuff for the moment. So let's go to our spinal movements and take our twists. Gently twisting our body from side to side with our hands, touching our bodies. And then when you come to your right side, go ahead and stop and put your left hand on your right knee and bring your arm back and put it over the back of your chair. And this time you can move your head as much as you'd like, but keep the feeling of happiness inside your head and your neck won't bother you. So that's all I'm going to say about that. Let's take a deep breath in and then twist 3 different times with 3 different breaths and wring all of that out of our spine and our tummies. Deep breath in, wringing it out. If you get here and you feel like your neck is not participating, just take it and shake it a couple of times. Make sure it's loose. And come on back around. Take your other side, arm to the back. Deep breath in with a good twist. 3 deep breaths in with 3 good twists. So here we go. And then come on back to the center And let's take our side to side. So let's bring our arms up. Even, I'm looking here, let's see, are my arms even? I think so. Bring our arms up and start dropping one to the side of your chair. Bring your left arm up and take it under. Okay, notice your energy. I'm going to say this, notice your energy, feel the panel of your side, just opening wide up here. Take a deep breath in, and then we're going to lean to the side and take a few deep breaths there. So, keeping your heart open on both sides. So it's okay to hold your arm, but don't fold into it and bend your arm so much as keeping your elbows straight so that you've got your heart open. That's what's really the primary goal of this, is to open up your side panels and keep your heart open and focused. And breathe. One more deep breath. And come on back down. And let's go to the other side. I'm putting my hand on the side of the chair this time, raising up this arm, noticing my energy, sitting up straight, taking a deep breath in, and bending. Keeping your heart open. One more deep breath. And come on back to the center. And from there, let's go right into our cat-cows. So let's begin in our cow, which is our chest comes up, our chin comes forward, our back is arched, our shoulders are back, and then the cat, bringing it all back in and folding into yourself, and picking up a little bit of speed here. Now you can make this as juicy as you want, you know. If you want to make the cat come all the way back down and then the cow come all the way up from your waist, you can do that. It's a really good feeling to just get your spine involved and get your chest involved and just really take advantage of the movement. One more cat-cow. Come on back to center. All right, what I'd like us to do is I'd like us to begin next with our legs. And to do that, let's take our feet hips width apart, of course. And let's take our right leg, bring it over, put the ankle on your left knee. All right, now we're just gonna open up our legs here. So we're gonna open up our hips, open them up. Now, if you can't do this from here, well, here, let me just show you. Bring your leg back down, bring both feet together, and separate your knees. Push your legs apart. This gives your hips opening too. So everybody can do this together. And then those that can bring their knee up and open their hips. If you can't bring your knee up, go ahead and just do a few more of the others. Then bring your leg out. Now if you pick up your leg and bring it down. All right. Let's take our arms above our head and do a deep stretch down to our toe, if we can reach it. If we can't reach it, you can come anywhere on your leg. What I'm looking for is you to come down, reach a point, and then use your hands to stabilize and lengthen your leg, just by gently, gently pushing the energy down. And you'll notice that your leg gets more and more straight this way. And then come on back up, pick up your leg. Doesn't have to be very high. And let's bring it to the front. Take a couple of deep breaths. And we're going to point and flex while we're here. So point and flex, point and flex, point and flex. Now bring it to the side, still up. And we're going to rotate our ankles here. Rotating it from the side and go in the opposite direction. And come on back to the center and let your leg come down. Take your other leg, bring it up. Well, here, Again, let's start in this position, opening our legs. And if this is where you're at, that's just great. If you can bring your knee up, go ahead and do. And let's go ahead and open this up a little bit more on the other side. And then bring it down and lay it down. Let's take an overhead arms, bring them down to wherever you can on your body. And then begin to gently push the energy and massage your leg to make it straighter, stronger, and more sturdy. And gently just love your leg. And then come on back up and bring your foot in. Take your legs, let's spread them out and do our goddess squat. Bringing our heels probably pretty close to the chair as we can. You can give it an inch or so. Heels pointed in, toes pointed out. You're on the edge of your chair. Gently bring your legs out, pushing them gently. Straighten your back, straighten your spine, your head, and then bring your arms up and point them out. Keeping your legs spread now. Take a few really deep breaths here. One more really good inhale with an exhale. Now leaving yourself exactly like you're like exactly how you are. Bring your hands together and clap them. Bring them back, clap them. Keeping your legs out. Ha. Saying the word ha. 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 Two more. Ha. Ha. And then gently bring your hands down and you can bring your legs back together. That was a good feeling. Now let's take our right foot, and if you can again, here's what we'll do. Take your right foot over your left, and we'll start low. And what I'd like us to do is to gently fold down over our lap. So be sure to check your chin and lengthen, and then hinge at the hips and come down over your lap. Now, and drop your arms. If this is what you can do, do this. And take some breaths. If you can lift your leg, lift your right leg over your left knee. We're going to sit up straight and we're going to gently fold over our leg. So we're on the edge of our chair, which will open our glutes and our inner thighs really quickly. So deep breath in and come on over, hinging at the hips, and come down as low as you can and drop your arms. Take a deep breath. Take another. One more. And then we can come back up and do the other leg. Again, if you're down here, just cross your leg and come back down, drop your arms and breathe. If you can, lift your leg, put your ankle over your knee, make sure you're on the edge of your chair. We're going to hinge at the hips again. So deep breath in and hinge over. You can drop your arms. Let's take one more deep breath and then come up. And come on back up. All right, now we're going to do the joint opener that starts bringing your arms up, out, up, and down. Up, out, up, and down. Let's take about 5 of these from here. There's 1. There's 2. Up and down. Out, up, up, and down. Out, open, up, and down. Okay, and come on back down. Let your energy rest. Bring it all into yourself, into the Tadasana. Take the mountain pose and feel it. Racing through your blood. Yes. Okay. Okay, I'm thinking here that next what I'd really like us to do is I'd like us to stand up and let's come over to the side and let's take a quad stretch. So you can gently hold your hand on the side of the chair and lean into the leg that is closest to the chair and pick up your other leg and hold on to your foot. Now, this can turn into a balancing pose if you let go of the chair. And it can turn into a super stretch by coming down and placing your hand on the chair and bringing your knee back up as high as you can. And then coming back up, bringing your leg back down. And then we go to the other side. Remember, we're going to lean into the leg closest to the chair, touch the chair for balance, bring the leg up, hold it with your hand, stretching the quad, learning how to balance. Let go of the chair if you've got it. Let me get my balance here. Here we are, letting go of the chair, stabilizing, gaining strength on one leg, learning how to stand on one leg. Whether you have a tool to help you balance or not, it doesn't matter. Standing on one leg is an important lesson. Take your hand. If you want a bigger stretch, bring your arm down. Bring your back leg up. Bring yourself back. And bring your foot down. And let's take some heel rises. 1, 2, 3. Let's take 5 of them. 5. And come on back. And let's do the warrior 1. Coming to the side of your chair. Step back with the foot closest to the chair. Bring it back. Warrior 1 is a forward-facing position. Bend your front knee. You're looking out over it. Your back foot can be angled just a little to the side, and then you can open up your front leg so that you have room here to come down. All right, warrior 1, pushing from the back leg, raising from the front, coming up and pulling back, taking a slight back bend, arms reached, yes, warrior 1. A couple of breaths here. Right now, gently take your body, hold your strength. Now, if you have any trouble, you can hold onto the chair with finger closest to it, and it doesn't impact the energetics at all. And then you can come down into the humble warrior, which is bringing your arms back, bowing over your knee in a humble listening position. Again, you can hold your chair and just bring one arm back. Take a couple more breaths. And then bring yourself back up. And we're going to turn to the star position, which is both legs out, both arms out. Now, take your front foot and move it forward and change the angle. Your back foot remains at a 90-degree angle. This is a sidewards position. You want your knee over your second and third toe. You want your heels to line up if they can. And you want to have enough space to be able to drop your body. And then when you have all of that right, raise your arms and look out over the front foot and breathe. Deep breath in and out. One more breath in and out. And now raise your front arm, drop your back arm, Reverse warrior. Under your armpit is where your nose is going. You're pulling back. Your leg is still bent. Your other leg is still pushing, but you're waiting. What would you like me to do now? That's the waiting pose. Okay, thank you, I will. Come on back up, straighten your leg, back into the star position. And because we're on this side, I'd like us to take, and let's try that warrior three or whatever you'd like to call my version of it. I know I can't cleanly call it warrior three, but let's come back. Wait onto the stabilizing foot. You can just touch here. Start to, well, here's the way to do it, right? Bring your arms, start to lean. As you begin to feel, raise your foot. As you begin to feel the need to use the chair, go ahead, raise your leg as high as you can and point your toe, and then look up. This is just learning to raise your foot to your body. Raise your leg as high as you can. And breathe. Now you may have your foot down here. That's okay. I just want you to be able to lift it as high as you can with your toe pointed and looking out. And then go ahead and drop it. And let's go to the other side and do the warrior series here. So come up, take a position, step back with the leg closest to the chair. You can point your toes just a little bit, maybe a 5 to 7 degree angle out, forward position. Knee is bent. Get your body, get your feet, and then come on up, swoop up, pushing with the back foot, swooping up. Yes, I'm here. I have arrived. Glory be to everything. And then you say, but wait, yes, Lord. And come on back, humble warrior. Humble warrior, down over your knee, hands back. You can fold them if you can, but fold them all the way. And then come on back up into the star, which sets the foot, the back foot for the warrior two. Turn your front foot, line up your heels. It's a sideways position. You can spread your foot, your front foot. You might have to bring out just a little further because you want your knee over your ankle. And you want to be able to see those two toes. So it needs to come back. And then, if you've got your feet right, bring your arms up and then your head. And look over your front wrists. And breathe. Two more deep breaths here. And then you say reverse warrior. Bring your arm up and over your head, and your other arm comes down the side of your leg. Reverse warrior. Couple of breaths. And come on back up and take the star. Then off the front of your chair, we're going to take that warrior three. So stand on the other foot. Gently start tilting yourself as you raise your leg. And then you can bring your hands down. Raise your leg, even with your body if you can. Point your toes and look forward. And breathe. Two more breaths. And come on down. And let's circle our hips. Let's get these hips worked out just a little here. couple more times in one direction. And then stop and go the other way. Throw your whole body into it. And then slowly come to a stop again. And let's come and do a downward dog. So we come to the front of the chair. Our hands are spread out. Our thumbs are even distanced. We step back as much as we can and still having flat feet. Your feet are hips width apart, flat-footed. And then your arms are outstretched. Your ears are next to your arms. And then drop your shoulders, raise your rear end, and straighten your legs. And breathe. Keep your head even with your arms. And if you can, tuck your chin. Keep your feet flat. 2 more deep breaths. And then come forward. Let's take our plank Chaturanga setup pose, which is coming back on our tiptoes. Our hands are in the same place. Our feet are too, but we're on our toes and we're leaning out over our arms, looking forward with our body as straight as we can have it. And breathe. Another deep breath. Breathe in through the belly and out. One more deep breath. And come on back up. And take a wide-legged spread. And let's take a wide-legged downward facing dog. Hands are still in the same place. Feet are too, but you've moved them to wider width. Still flat as can be. Head between your arms. Drop your shoulders, raise your bum, and straighten your legs. Okay, you know me. Drop your hands, bring them and walk them to you. Walk them through your legs and as far back as you can. And then forward again. Now, let's take our hands and we'll be on our fists. And what I'd like us to do is raise our arm and twist. Raise your arm and twist. Open it up. Two more on each side. Here's 1, 2. Twisting your body at the same time. Okay, now, walk your hands back a little bit. If you can, put your hands right on your put them on your feet. Well, here's what I'd really like, and I don't know if you can do this or not, but I'd like you to take and wrap your arms around from the inside and do kind of a squat here and just see if you can do this. I'm not sure what our level is here, but if you can do this, this is great. Then bring yourself back up, bring your hands around and walk yourself up your body. Ta-da. Or you're down here, you're walking back and forth just like everybody else. If you can be here. If not, sit in your chair and do this. And take these from your chair. Your side twists from your chair. And then walk your hands back up to your chair. Gently touch them here. Bring your feet together. Walk yourself back up to your chair. Now, I don't want you to get hurt on any of this. So if you're not up for it, improvise. Just keep your body moving. Keep your breath flowing. Keep your heart open. And then come on back down and sit down. And let's take a few of our goddess circles, which is circle with movement using our spine and our ribs. It's an upward torso movement. We're taking it slow so you can come into your body sitting down and then stop and go the opposite direction. I'm going to take 3 of these. So this will be the last one here. And then come on back to the center. And let's take a look at our hands. How are they feeling? Put them both together. And what I'd like us to do is to take and put our small fingers together and hold our hands as if we're holding something really, really precious. And then turn them backwards and around. Backwards and around. And let's just do a few wrist rolls using this particular technique. One more. Touch them and around. All right, now we're going to go the opposite direction. So forward and around. Forward and around. Keeping your hands as close together as you can, touching each other, is always a good thing. One more, and then let's come to the end and shake our hands loose. And let's move on to our head, and let's just make sure it's doing good. How is your head? A couple of our figure 8s, infinity circles. And then stop in the center. And let's take our nose and let's draw a circle. Going either way, clockwise or counterclockwise, it doesn't matter. Because then we're going to stop and we're going to go in the opposite direction. And bring it to the center. How does your head feel? Let's take a couple of deep breaths. And just check your shoulders and your head. And then let's take a deep breath and we're going to turn our head to the right. Just turn it as far as comfortable for you. Take a little bit of edge with it and just really feel the joy your neck feels when it stretches. So deep breath in and turn your head. Deep breath in, back to center. Breath in to the other side. Breath in, back to center. Now turn it one more time in each direction, but this time we're going to take 2 breaths when we're there. So breath in, turn it. One more breath here. Give it a little bit of a challenge. Not enough to hurt it. And then come on back to center. Deep breath. Turn your head. And another breath here. And come on back to center. How does your head feel? Mine feels pretty good. Okay, we have a couple of choices here. And while I'm making that choice, what I'd like us to do is let's go ahead and do our lion's breath, because I know you all love it as much as I do. And let's just really get into the expression of it and the roar and the noise of it all. And let's tingle our body out before we go into Shavasana. So deep breath in. Roar. Roar. Get into it. Roar. One more. Roar. Feel your strength. Feel your energy. Feel yourself. Feel good. And then let's slowly begin to gently start paying attention to our breath and watch it. What happens for me for Shavasana, and I'm hoping it happens for you too, is that the deep breath brings it all in. And then when I let it go and I breathe like myself, then what happens after a pretty short period of time is I find myself melting. my heart melts, my body melts. And that's when I know the integration happens. So let's try to do that. And I'm going to be pretty quiet with it. And I'm going to let you be silent and close your eyes and come in and see if you can melt. I'll let you know when it's time to come back. So let's go. Close your eyes. Go inward. And then slowly begin a deeper inhale. Let the conversation be about the integration and the memories that your body has. Cellular memory, it'll do everything easier the next time you do it. But as we come back, let's just gently stretch our body. Take what we need to come back in and face the world. Take your arms, put them on your shoulders, maybe take a few turns to the side. Maybe down and hug yourself a little. And then come on back. Maybe you want to just take a few circles. Maybe you want to take your leg out and bring it in and out. And maybe shake your feet around a little. Out and in and around. And come on back. And then let's take our hands and let's just move them and start rubbing them together. I want to show you one thing before we leave, and that is a self-soothing technique that a friend of mine showed me recently. Take your hands and rub them, and then place one on the back of your head and one on your forehead. Bringing your arms back, closing your eyes, and feel the soothing that this allows you. And what she said that this was best for was with us just saying, this is exactly where I'm at right now at this minute in time, and it's just really okay to just be here, whatever that looks like, and give yourself permission. And then bring your hands back together and gently rub them one more time, and bring one hand to your heart and one hand to your belly. Take a couple of deep breaths and feel the soothing connection of your hands touching your own body, knowing you're present, knowing you're whole, and feeling good about it. And then you can drop your hands, bring them together in the prayer position, and let's thank our one true teacher for letting us be here today, allowing us to learn whatever it is we learn in this lesson, and feeling joy. And now for a quick Buddhist thing, which is the loving kindness. May you feel loved. May we feel love. May you feel kindness. May we feel kindness. May you feel safe. May we feel safe. May you feel at ease. May we feel at ease. Thank you for coming. The light in me sees and honors the light in you. Namaste.